Welcome to the Free Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Our passion is people, and the next 30 minutes is going to change the next 30 years of your life. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're so glad you're here today. We love having you here. We've really missed you guys. It's such an amazing day. We think you're amazing. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. I hope you've been doing better than Todd has.
Hey!
Why are you being grouchy, Oni? Hold on. We just got started. You can't be grouchy already.
Why are you attacking me?
I didn't attack anything. It's the ginger. Eduardo's coming for you, bro.
Yeah, I've been struggling with that chicken, dude.
Eduardo is dead.
What happened to Eduardo?
I don't want to talk about it.
Ricky Ricardo.
Who is Ricky Ricardo?
He's my attack rabbit.
So now you got an attack rabbit, and he attacked
He
Eduardo?
had better skills than Eduardo.
Oh, that's pretty tough to top. Chicken
He was a
nugget
world-class fighting chicken.
from the gladiatorial pits of Cuba. How do you top that? Where did this rabbit come from? Did he come from the Serengeti?
If we're being honest, he's got some kind of African juju or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you don't just attack him, he hits him with the black magic.
He's a lion rabbit.
So he tells a lot of tall tales. Is that what you're saying? He can't
And
be
he's-
honest with
He's
himself.
a rabbit ninja.
Or would it be a nabbit? You guys, y'all got me.
I love you guys.
Today, we're going to get back on identity. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to make all this fit so nice, so perfectly, so wonderful, so that it all ties together and makes sense, and it's going to be complete.
Like a 10,000-piece jigsaw puzzle.
No.
Like a
Who
dog
does
chasing
that?
his tail.
Yeah, like a dog chasing his tail. Who does a 10,000-piece jigsaw puzzle? That's not fun. That's angry. You get to 9,997 and you realize the last three pieces are missing and your life is
Or
incomplete
you
forever.
eat half of them.
Oni.
Why would you eat the puzzle? That's why
That's
the pieces
why
are
the
missing.
three are missing. Okay.
If you're missing puzzle pieces, only ate them. All right, look, guys. Today, out of the gate, we're going to put on the scuba gear. We're going deep
We
in
have
the
a
water. The gates of hell that are waiting on you and Todd for all your terrible behavior.
I've done no wrong.
You hate women. You're misogynist.
I like sandwiches.
And you think women are here to serve you sandwiches. You're going to hell. Bye-bye. We're going to put on the scuba gear, guys. We're going to go kind of deep right off the jump
I can't swim.
I'll drown you.
because you're a gorilla. I don't think...
Then what are we going to do about the banana
I feel like
pose?
we're getting a little racy here.
I don't think any primates can swim at all.
Yeah, huh?
I want to explain how DNA works. DNA orders all of reality. The atom's made up of electrons, neutrons, protons. Those are made up of...
Tacos.
No, not tacos. Photons, which are vibrating particles of light. In the book, The Divine Matrix by Greg Braden, now we're going to get a little deep. He talked about an experiment. They created a vacuum. In the vacuum, they observed these particles and they noticed they were just in random order. They weren't sitting on the bottom of the vacuum. They weren't clustered together. When they put human DNA into the vacuum, it organized the photons in a certain fashion. When they removed the DNA, they stayed organized. So it proves that DNA can organize the substance of all reality, which is photons. Everything is frequency. And now what we want you to understand from this experiment, we talked about before that DNA can be influenced by the environment. So if you're unhealthy, you need to get yourself in a healthy environment and you could get proficient. When you become proficient, you can start to control how this works.
I'm going to write a book, guys. Instead of the way of the semi, the way of the Oni.
Ooh, the way of the Oni. Instead of Bushido, will it just be called bullshit?
Yeah.
Are you on a step
quit.
anymore? You quit?
Because they got annoying.
You're supposed to quit being an a-hole, not quit the 12-step program.
I ask no forgiveness. I think I could be nice on him.
So-
Todd was like, are you going to monkey paw me? And I was like, no, I'm going to love you, Todd.
It was out of character.
Turning over a new leaf. Are you really Oni?
That's what I said. I think
Are
he's
you-
a government
Are
plant.
you AI running
No.
right now?
Have we been infiltrated?
So we brought up the idea of what hope is before. When you have an idea in your mind, that's a thought, that's a desire, and you couple it with a strong emotion, it creates a hope and it plants in your subconscious and it begins to write your DNA. And becoming supernatural, Joe Dispenza talks about it. When you become proficient, you can start to do this on purpose and you can start to become the environment and can start to write your own reality. This is what destiny really is.
Destiny Child. Good album.
Not Destiny's Child.
Yeah, I thought Destiny was a person.
Destiny's not a person.
Then why are there people called Destiny?
Isn't that where Beyonce came from?
I hope not. The jury's out on that one.
They didn't claim her.
Put a ring on it.
Oh, gross.
If you like it, put a ring on it.
Like a septum piercing.
No, that's the wrong kind of ring. No. No. And now he's a frog man. Yeah, that's Todd. I don't have a bad Todd button anymore.
I know what I'm doing.
Somebody needs to train you back. We're going to pull off the reservation.
People think destiny is your purpose. Your purpose is your purpose, not destiny. Destiny is not a goal. When you achieve destiny, that means you harmonize yourself with the environment around you. When you get in a healthy, proficient place,
I know harmony.
you start to become the environment. You start to produce the environment because you're writing your DNA in a healthy way. That is when you start seeing yourself outgrowing others. Todd, do you see this?
You feel out of place anytime you're hanging around them.
It gets all weird and awkward, like Oni's face.
Very, very tense at times.
Yeah.
Or there's some sort of like animosity between the two of you all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah. Almost like what they are don't jive with what you are because they're on a different wavelength.
And they're
Absolutely.
trying to undermine whatever you claim to be.
Gotta love your haters. Where you at, Oni?
Dang.
The hater of all haters.
After going on a tangent about how he's going to be loving Oni, you're like, gotta love your haters.
All the haters have a hater, and his name is Oni. Somebody gotta hate him back. Hating the haters, does that equal love? Is that like the enemy of my enemy is my friend? So if I hate the haters, really,
I'm my own friend.
I love myself.
Yeah.
Oni agrees, it's law. There will be no conspiracy theory.
Well, that's one thing I failed to realize. As you outgrow people, there was no need to really hang on to them because there was always someone who immediately filled that spot. And I feel no matter what season of your life you're in, there will always be someone around for you to grow from.
As you start to control how you think and feel, you begin to unlock free will. Most people think free will is choosing what kind of car I want to drive, choosing a career.
Which drive-through to hit?
Oh, no, that's a terrible choice. What about you, Oni? What's free will look like to you?
Juneteenth.
No! 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 I don't have a button for that.
Yes, you do. We're
I
getting
feel like
racy.
we're getting a little racy here.
We got really racy really fast.
No. Try again, Oni. What does free will look like to you?
Should I jump or should I go home?
What are you
He's
jumping? Are you jumping the curb?
off
Are
the
you
bridge.
jumping hurdles?
Jumping on the bridge.
Why would you jump off the bridge?
Because you're getting married.
Bungee jumping.
Dang, Todd. I mean, a lot of people think of free will as like just making everyday choices, but it's not. It's being able to control what you think and feel, which is the basis for your entire reality. That's what the whole experiment in the Divine Matrix was about. What your DNA is dictates the reality around you. He talks about it in Becoming Supernatural. As you learn to control these things and you become proficient, now you can create whatever you want to create around you. That's what free will really is. And how do you unlock that?
Abraham Lincoln.
Hey, but what? Hold on. What? That don't make no sense.
Yes, it does.
No.
Cheat codes.
Cheat codes, okay. What kind of cheat codes? Up, up, down, back, X, Y?
Yeah.
Like Mortal Kombat?
Oh, geez.
Fatality. Are we back to body count? Hold on. I thought we were past that. Wait a minute. All right, Ty, what do you think?
No, it's cool. You didn't ask me the first time. Clearly, my opinion does not matter.
You're such a hater. Stop.
Make a sandwich, Todd.
Calm down,
There ain't
Todd.
no sandwich stuff in this household. This is the reason we cannot have nice things. Carry on with what you were saying. Say something.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm being nice.
He's loving Oni.
Do you feel my love?
I really
Todd?
hope I don't.
Do you feel
You
it?
need a sandwich, Todd. You're so hangry right
I'm
now. Are you
projecting.
saying
You're
it's
not
a
yourself
girl?
without a
God.
sandwich.
This is where we're going to get into pride and surrender. Free will comes from understanding that I cannot change anything, only surrendering myself to be changed. We'll get deeper into that when we get into pride later. So free will is surrendering yourself to be changed and learning to control your thoughts and emotions so that you are literally writing your DNA into who you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be somebody who's depressed. You're not supposed to be somebody who's sad all the time. You're not supposed to be somebody who's angry and throwing potatoes in traffic, or somebody who believes women is supposed to make sandwiches as a way of
or
life.
someone who gets angry at you for folding towels.
This leads us into one of our cheat codes.
Uh-oh.
The reason I brought up how DNA gets written, I know we went down in the ocean a little bit. This is one of the cheat codes, the law of attraction. There's a lot of information out there on the internet about the law of attraction and manifesting, yada, yada, yada. But what we've explained to you with science, when you're deficient and you're unhealthy, the environment affects your DNA. When you learn to be proficient and healthy, you can use your DNA to affect the environment around you. What you write into your DNA is going to be attracted to you because it's going to shape into the reality around you. You attract what you are. This is how the law of attraction works. So as you grow through people like you're talking about,
You suddenly find those people
Yeah.
attractive.
and as you become become your true, authentic self, you attract the right people for your purpose, for that true identity.
And you will start to attract authentic people.
And that's where you start running into kindred spirits, like we mentioned before, where it's two people harmonizing. I got a little analogy. When you think and feel about what you want to be or what you want in life, and it starts to write in your DNA, you become a magnet. This is what being attractive literally means. As you get more proficient and healthy, you become attractive. You start to attract what your DNA says you are. Little things are like little shavings of metal. I would like a good parking space when I get to where I'm going at the store because nobody likes walking across the parking lot of Walmart. That's a little thing. That's like a metal shaving. These are little things that will come and stick to you. The bigger things like trying to attract the right partner in life, one of our big topics, or perhaps a career, or perhaps opportunities for you to be who you are on your purpose. This is a bigger thing. Think of this like a solid metallic structure that's far away and it attracts you to it.
Or starting a gang war.
Is that what the hell you've been up to?
Is that why you killed Eduardo?
Is that why you killed Eduardo? You killed Eduardo! It's the ginger. But that's a simple analogy so you kind of understand how the law of attraction works. The little things come to you and you get pulled to the bigger things, which means you have to stay magnetic continuously. You can't just be magnetic
Like
and
Nemo.
attractive. Yeah, like Nemo, you got to go touch the butt. But to get to the butt, you got to be magnetic because the butt is going to pull you to it. I mean, on a butt. I mean, wait. Butt?
Stop talking about butts.
It is Pride Month.
That has nothing to do with nothing.
It has to do with everything.
We don't even care about that. You know what I'm proud of? I'm proud of you for being loving, and I'm proud of Todd. I'm always proud of Todd. Todd makes me proud every day just because he exists. I love you, Todd.
Love you too, Jay.
Everybody's brain's melted.
Speak for yourself.
Todd, your brain needs a sandwich. We'll take a music break and Todd can make a sandwich. And
I'll make everyone a sandwich.
Oni's probably going to hug a tree because he's in such a loving mood. All right, look, let's take a music break.
I got the energy, I'm on a mission. Passion and purpose, they light the ignition. I made a decision, so listen up. I'm here to take a stance. You cannot keep me down, take it from underground. I'm here to take a chance. Never down for the count, I'll go another round. Do you believe? Yes, I believe. I can achieve, I'll do it for me. I wanna be free, I have to be free. So get off your knees, stand up and believe.
Welcome back for the break. We have Money Buddies.
Why are they so tasty and delicious? I don't know.
Oni is an
They're
ogre.
magically delicious.
What better a treat than a Muddy Buddy?
Muddy buddy. All right, look, guys, we want to bring up how identity relates to integrity, fulfillment, and covenant. These are some key critical things. We've been talking about integrity, fulfillment, and how it works. Now, I want you to think about this. If you don't know what your identity is, how can you truly find value in yourself? Integrity is incomplete without your identity. You need that so that you find value in who you are. If you don't know who you are, how can you value who you are? Todd, who are you? Say a sandwich. I dare you. He's going to say it. I say it.
I was going to say something else, but I feel like you would punch me equally as hard.
What would you find value in if you don't find value in yourself? The inanimate objects?
Freedom!
The material things of the world.
So I got a fast car. I got a Bugatti. Like I got all this
I got a
money.
Porsche.
It's so awesome. It's convertible.
A
So I got.
Bugatti is the last thing I would get. I'm not gonna lie. I would buy a life-size Tonka truck.
That would be pretty valuable. I put your
Or I want
Bugatti
a
in the
pink-
back.
What color is your
That,
Tonka?
or I want a pink Malibu Barbie car.
What if I get the really cool Barbie double bicycle thing? So me and a girl
I would
could
ride it
ride.
with-
Oh, me and Oni could ride it. Yeah, not me and a girl. Me and Oni, because that would be so much cooler.
Just
Because I
as
want to
long-
ride around with a troll on my bicycle. Potatoes in your pocket? That'd be a heavy bicycle, bro.
I could hand out to homeless people so they could eat potatoes.
Hey, that's totally valid. We could feed the homeless.
And then I will make you a sandwich when we get home.
Sweet.
Tell you I love you, Todd.
But you'd be doing all
See,
the cuddling.
I'm
But I've
being
been doing all
nice.
the-
You
He's
feel
being
the
so
love?
nice,
You
aren't
feel
he?
the love.
And now I want you to think about the difference between men and women with integrity. Okay, remember, men build their integrity up as they find their identity within their purpose. So they get whole and complete first. And remember, women work on being a good woman, and they're looking for that missing piece of their identity that will complete their integrity and make them whole. They are only going to find pursuing a purpose with their partner. Todd, what about suppressing your identity by trying to meet the expectations of others?
I've done that.
Yeah, I think we've all kind of done that at some point. Have you done that, Oni? Ignored who you really are?
Depression equals depression.
Because
It does. That's so valid,
that's actually
bro.
really good.
This evening, there's been a breakthrough.
And I've had instances where in outgrowing people, like really close friends, I've suppressed who I am because in a way I feel if I can suppress myself, I can hang on to my friends.
Yeah, that's valid. And a lot of people do that in unhealthy situations.
And that's where you get this growing animosity. We have this huge falling out or this huge fight. There's no amending what has happened.
And it builds a lot of resentment. Forgiveness is the key to prevent resentment. And we'll get into that more later with pride. As you become healthy and proficient and you start to harmonize yourself with everything around you and you outgrow people example, this is that weird wishy-washy place you get in where you want to meet others' expectations, but you still want to be the best version of yourself. I was in a relationship with a chick. I progressed things in the relationship because I thought that's what she expected of me. Being a quality, responsible man, I would have took a step or two back and said, we need to pump the brakes. We don't need to push it too far forward too fast and let it get into some unhealthy dynamic. What about you, Oni?
Honestly, I'm an a-hole, so I ain't never had that problem.
Dang, I thought you were being nice and loving,
I could see that, though.
The loving is just now.
Really, though, being an a-hole is kind of a form of suppressing who you are. And that's what we're leading up to. As you build your integrity as a man, as you find your identity within your purpose, your integrity becomes whole. As you start to control the way you think and the way you feel so that you're writing your DNA into healthy things, this is where you become your true self and achieve destiny, harmonizing yourself with everything around you, unlocking free will. This is where authenticity comes from. And when we get into emotions later, we'll tie this all together. Authenticity comes from your integrity being whole, and your integrity is made whole with your identity. So try hard and being fake and trying to meet the expectations of others, trying to hide who you are. That's the opposite of authenticity.
And you can tell.
When you are your authentic self, that is the peak of the law of attraction.
And
that is how you achieve that cheat code.
And that's where you find people who are genuinely so sincere.
Only's not sincere.
He is sincerely an a-hole.
Yeah.
I can't just be nice on him.
You can if that's who you want to be.
Be nice.
You can
Spread
pick
love.
any identity you want in life, but that doesn't make it the right identity.
Oh.
My love is unconditional for you. Todd only loves you if you have a sandwich in your hand. Guy or girl, he don't care.
Yeah, like you're over here trying to paint me as this sexist. Like you could be a dude. It's not about whether you're male or female. It's about the quality of the sandwich you make. And that brings us into our next point.
Let's think about fulfillment. Remember what fulfillment is: sharing your identity with others. You find value in that, right? So if you don't know who you are, you can't share your identity with people.
Like Oni said, if you suppress it, you end up depressed.
So when you get in it with a guy and a girl, like in a romantic type relationship, and you start arguing over gender roles, you miss the real masculine and feminine dynamic that comes from your identity that's found in your true purpose through healthy relationships. And that's why it's so critical. Like that's where the fulfillment really ties everything together. It's just the glue for all success in life. And you got to be healthy and proficient first so that you can share it through quality engagement. Because even if you start figuring out who you are, quality engagement is how you really share that with people. Through what? Through authenticity. We brought up covenant before. Why do you think covenant is important?
You just hear him over there?
Ty, why do you think covenant is important?
Accountability. We've talked about this in the past.
I mean, remember, that's what covenant is. It's an obligation to yourself of who you choose to be for
Well,
life.
if it's with yourself, there's different stuff. Motivation. I mean, obviously, Todd covered accountability. I have a covenant with myself to be better me every day.
And maybe this covenant to self is also to live as what you need to be. You don't feel the need to suppress or mask.
And if it's an obligation to yourself of who you choose to be, if you don't have a solid identity, you can't make that covenant. So as a man, the first thing you got to do to be a quality, responsible man, we talked about free will a minute ago, is make that decision within yourself to be the right man, to be a quality, responsible man, to be your authentic
I can't
self.
go work all the time and be grumpy?
You can. Nobody likes grumpy Oni. We like loving Oni. This is a way better Oni.
I love you, Todd. You're a beautiful human.
I love you too, Oni. You have a luscious beard.
This is just something I'm going to bring up. We'll get deeper into this later. If there's no covenant, there can be no union. And the union is the goal in a covenant relationship between a man and a woman. That is the source of everything in life. If you do the frog thing, I'm going to punch you.
Todd.
That's love, though. Stop that. Stop it. He's staring at me with bug eyes.
I love you, Todd. How did we get on frogs?
Because Todd keeps making frog eyes at me.
Are frogs part of attraction? Are we attracted to frogs?
Yes, because they shoot their
Princess
tongue
frog?
out and it sticks to stuff. And that's like how the law of attraction works. If you want something, you lick it and it's yours.
That is the rule.
That's the law of attraction.
This
evening, there's been a breakthrough.
I got a serious question.
I'm ready.
Where's freaking, what's his face when you need him? All the frogs are gay.
They're putting chemicals in the water to make the frogs gay.
Yeah.
Because they're hermaphrodites.
Why do you know that?
How do you know that?
Frogs can change their sex.
That's not real.
Yeah,
That
look
can't
it
be.
up.
I got
If there's
so many
too many
sayings,
male
bro.
frogs in a pond, there's a certain ratio of them that will turn into females.
That's crazy.
You know what that frog is going to say? Let me show you sex.
Oh, God. Todd with the win. Go make yourself a victory sandwich.
Yeah!
Just to be absolutely clear, your identity is your authentic self. And you find that within your purpose as a man. And as a woman, you find that working on being a good woman. And when you find a great partner, you find that within the purpose that he's found in his life.
And at the stove, you find muddy buddies.
So as you work on being a mature chick and developing your nurturing nature, you're going to be able to identify that missing piece of your identity a lot better. If you're really deficient, you're really unhealthy, and you're not on the right stuff as a woman, it's going to be hard for you to see. Something we'll bring up later is the attributes of a wife. The mature chick working on your nurturing nature. That's kind of a lifestyle. That's a way you live your life. And the attributes of a wife, they're more like a work in progress. And we'll get into that. This concept of identity being something a woman finds in her partner, that's why mystery is such an attraction trigger for women, because they're looking for that missing piece of identity. Oni, how do you think they recognize that? What do you think stands out? They're like, oh, there it is. I see it.
Zorro.
Zorro? What does Zorro got to do with anything?
He's mysterious. Women love him.
He is mysterious.
He's heroic. He's a sword fighter. All the chicks fall for him. They see him and they're like, oh, Zorro.
Does he cut them? Does he like carve a Z in their arm? And they're like, oh, I'm yours for life. What's she really looking for? She's on her stuff. She's got her physical, mental, and spiritual dialed in. She's being a mature chick. She's developed a nurturing nature. She's out there enjoying the community, being a healthy chick around dudes in a healthy context. When a chick really sees this thing she's looking for, what do you think that looks like? How does she know?
So I step up onto the table. I point at that guy right there. I challenge you to single combat. That's what she looks for. A healthy man.
So she challenges him to single combat.
No.
Where in here are you going to say she makes him a sandwich? Because I know that's what you're leading up to. And then she makes him a sandwich because she knows.
I don't want to say what she looks for is bread, lettuce, man. I don't want to say that.
Doubt it.
If you see a man challenge another man to single combat, what is more manly than that?
But what does that have to do with who she is? That could be two drunk guys at a bar. Like, that don't mean nothing.
Bar battle!
Bar fight!
Oh, Lord. I want you to think about something. They call this hypergamy.
What kind of burger?
Hyper burger. It's a burger made of sugar. And you feed it to children after 10.
Oh, God.
Burger.
A woman is constantly looking for something better. She's always looking for the grass is greener on the other side. She's always looking for that level up. Mainstream says the way to satisfy this or to keep it in check is to constantly keep a woman in a state of competition. And that's terrible. What woman wants to feel so insecure in a relationship that she feels she's constantly looking to be replaced?
Nobody wants that, bro.
Absolutely not.
You hit that with such confidence.
Yeah, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to feel that way. Why identity is so critical. This is how you satisfy hypergamy. Mainstream dudes everywhere are losing their marbles right now. They're like, you can't, a woman always. When you give a woman that missing piece of identity, when your purpose aligns with who she is and what she's passionate about, there's no replacing that. There's not another dude on the planet she's going to be interested in. She will be happy and fulfilled in that relationship.
Cindy Lou Who's never leaving. She's happy.
Because she found her identity is to feed the ogre Muddy Buddies. Yeah! I am the Muddy Buddy provider for only the ogre.
She takes care of her ogre and ogre child.
Thing one. Crazy ogre child. I got a little analogy. Everybody's like a jar. We've talked about this. When you're on the healthy stuff and you're getting good fulfillment, it's like it washes you out. So if you're dirty inside, it cleans you out,
Can I
right?
be a mason jar?
I'm ultra dirty.
So,
I'm nice on it, though.
Take the Muddy Buddies away and see how not nice on he is. I dare you.
I did it one time. I nearly lost my
Take
hand.
somebody's finger off.
I can't with you two. Think of your vessel. That vessel is your integrity. That's your worth. The fulfillment is the good stuff you fill it up with. As you go through life, people take from you. You experience different traumas. It punches holes in that jar. Say you got a hole on the bottom, like a real deep-rooted trauma, like a terrible childhood, or maybe you're sexually abused, or whatever it is.
Flex seal.
No, we're not to flex seal yet.
Feels
Hang on. So you got a hole in the bottom, some deep-rooted trauma. As much fulfillment as you put in, it's going to run right out that hole. Maybe you work through that trauma. Well, now you can only fill up to the next hole. Maybe the next hole is like in the middle somewhere. Maybe a bad relationship and you went through a little heartbreak. And as you work through that trauma, you fill that hole in, you get closer to the top. Now, for a man, he gets to the point that last little missing piece, his identity, he finds that within his purpose. And now his jar is complete and whole. And now he can get complete fulfillment in life so that he's overflowing and sharing with others. He's in a state of giving. But a woman, that missing piece, she's going to find it with the dude she's looking for. So even if she works through everything, she gets everything all healed up, she's snazzy, she's going to get all almost to the top, but she just ain't gonna quite find that last little bit of fulfillment that she just knows is missing. And that's that missing piece of identity. That is how you satisfy hypergamy. That is how you solidify a relationship for the long term.
Hyperburger.
The Free Community Corporation will issue hyperburgers to all children left unattended after 10 p.m. People go through life, they naturally become more established as a guy or become more mature as a chick. That's something you kind of grow into. Oni did not. He's like 783 years old and he's still eating Muddy Buddies. Giant ogre. So we have a mature chick is comparable to an established guy. Nurturing nature is comparable to quality engagement. And the attributes of a wife are comparable to a quality responsible man, which we've been describing all along. And we'll get into the attributes of a wife, so tune in for that. Now let me ask you guys a question.
No.
Todd.
Sure.
No.
Should you have to sacrifice yourself in some way, fashion, or form for a relationship?
No.
Oni, should you have to give something up for a relationship?
Oni should.
He should have to give up Muddy Buddies. Give me the bag if you want the woman.
I wouldn't give up the bag for a woman.
I'll give. I take souls of the dark.
Oh god, so she has no soul. Are we back to the souls of the evil dead?
Oh, God.
Evil souls or whatever. Wait, do you take souls to the dark or souls from the dark? I'm kind of confused.
Are you
here.
bringing the dark to the light? That's so heroic, Oni.
Are you shining light on souls in the dark? Does that make you a priest? Is that why you feed children Muddy Buddies after 10? There will be no conspiracy theory.
I shall baptize.
This is something so important we want to point out about any healthy relationship. As you figure out what you're doing in life and you figure out who you are, you don't got to give up a piece of yourself. You don't got to sacrifice your dreams, your desires, who you are. None of that. It's all going to line up. It will all jive. If you find yourself sacrificing those things, there's a 99% chance your identities don't match.
So-
They don't fit.
So I don't have to throw away literally everything and fall on my sword every single day to have a happy relationship.
No, and I mean, a lot of guys will do this. You see guys sacrifice careers or they'll deviate from their purpose. That's what we were talking about before. And if you're deviating from your purpose to chase after a chick, well, you just left your identity behind with your purpose. So now who you really are isn't really available to satisfy that hypergamy with her, to satisfy that missing piece of identity she's looking for. And she will eventually get unsatisfied.
I'm 100% sacrificing for the hyperburger.
Are you going to sacrifice your Muddy Buddies though for a hyperburger?
No, I am sacrificing Ricky Ricardo, the attack bunny.
No, you can't say that.
I'm not sacrificing anything. I'm just taking your hyperburger.
We don't want your brain to melt. Let's take a little music break.
All right.
We got some good stuff. All right, this is good. We'll be right back after this music break, folks. We love you.
Doubts in my head try to tear me down, but I won't let it show. Falling, scaring me along through the struggle now. 5 toes dangle off the edge, don't look down. 6 feet deep, what will I leave when I'm underground? I don't know. Let's go, but watch me go.
Guys, we're so glad to have you back from the break. We hope you're doing something wonderful today, walking your fantastic pet or out enjoying the sunshine, or maybe you're driving.
Walking a rock.
Maybe like us, enjoying the sound of rain.
Did you say walking a rock?
What's his name?
Ricky Ricardo, the rapid attack rabbit.
Do you have to say all that to deploy him, or you got a magic word you can make him attack?
Carrot.
That's not an attack word. What do you point at somebody and say carrot? Or like on the one movie, The Snowman, you rip their carrot off and they melt.
Gosh.
Grab that thing and snatch it.
Oh, God.
Guys, let's dive back in. We talk about how you keep a woman satisfied and fulfilled in a relationship, how you satisfy that hypergamy. She's happy with her partner, so she's not continuing to look for that missing piece of her identity. What about for the dude? How does he get happy? If he already has his purpose in his identity and he finds fulfillment sharing himself with other people, what keeps him satisfied in that relationship? What really locks him in? What can you give a man that wants for nothing?
A sandwich.
No!
You saw the look on my face. I'm just saying.
No, you caught me by surprise with that one. I really expected something totally different. You got me good with that one.
I know what I'm doing. What can I say? I'm a simple man.
Oh,
That's what locks me in for life. a good sandwich.
I mean, if you listen to mainstream, that's what they
That's
want.
like-
They want a
like,
sandwich.
listen,
And that's
if-
just so ridiculous.
If we had a Family Feud board right now, that's number 2.
Oni, what's the number one answer on the board? We interviewed 100 people. What do you give a man that wants for nothing?
Muddy buddies.
Muddy buddies. You're so simple. Oni can have muddy buddies without Cindy Lou. You can have a sandwich without a partner, Todd. What does a partner really bring to you as a woman? She's a good amplifier. She's proficient. She's got it going on. What is that really doing for your life? Think about that. If she's proficient and she's amplifying, what is she amplifying? When you
Amplifying your purpose.
Yes, that's it, Oni. So when you're on your purpose and you know who you are and you share that identity with her, she finds that identity for herself within that. She feels complete. Now she gives you more of who you
Because
are,
she has
more of the
faith
purpose
in
you're
you.
on. Now the team is formed.
has
Now
heart.
you're going to battle. Now the mission starts.
My jar is full and overflowing, and then the chick comes, and then my jar explodes.
No, we
there's-
haven't got to sex yet, Todd. That's another episode. Hold your horses there, Todd. Calm down. He's skipping ahead, Oni.
He's got a transmission.
His jar exploded because the transmission got knocked out of gear.
My transmission's bad.
Go get me a sandwich, Doc.
What's so critical about this? You have to understand your purpose and identity as a dude so that you can understand if your partner fits your future. And then what she has to understand is if your future fits her. This is that identity exchange we're looking for. To understand if she fits your future, how about an example? There's this chick I'm into, and I saw her do something one time. The sexiest thing I ever seen. She thought she had done something wrong. She tried to scoot out before I had an opportunity to confront her, and I unintentionally confronted her about it. I held her up and was like, hey, wait a minute. She thought she was in the wrong. She thought she was going to lose some approval from me. Remember, women will do anything to maintain or obtain approval. This is why women never want to admit that they've done something wrong. They don't want to give up any of that approval because they don't want to sacrifice any of that integrity. In this moment, she faced me, looked me in the eyeball, shoulders back, as regal as any royalty ever could be. And she straight up apologized and said, I'm sorry, I'll do better next time for X, Y, and Z. Women never do this. And in that moment, I was like taken aback. I was like, this chick literally just apologized to me because she honestly thought she did something wrong. And it turns out it was no big deal. She didn't do anything wrong. Fast forward a little bit, I'm thinking later, I'm like, you know what? In that moment, she was willing to give up a piece of her integrity to do what she believed was the right thing and tell me the hard thing. Okay, so I need that. I want to work on the accord packet with somebody. And I need somebody that's willing to hurt my feelings or somebody that's willing to lose my approval to tell me the hard thing so that she could speak up for her side of it. Okay, I could see that chick fit in my future. Well, now how does that work on the reverse side? You create a connection. That's relationship. You do that by building the foundations. Now I can share my purpose and identity with her in a way that she experiences it. You don't tell her about it. You don't show her. Once you've created a healthy connection in the right context and you've communicated romantic interests, now when you share your purpose with her, how does that look? Maybe your purpose is to feed homeless people downtown. So you invite her along to go help feed homeless people with you downtown and tell her about the shelter that you're
Homeless
starting.
Fight Club.
Homeless Fight Club. You show up and you let her referee a couple rounds.
So I want a clean match. Whoever wins this fight gets one slice of bread.
Oh, God.
No.
Behave yourself.
The more entertaining, the better the sandwich.
You invite her in such a way that you can share your purpose and identity with her. And because there's a healthy connection there, she can experience that for herself. And then what does she get? She gets a healthy, honest choice. We've talked about chasing. I misspoke. I said a girl should be chasing a guy chasing his purpose. The word chasing's wrong. Let's delete that. Chasing means you're going after something you can never catch. Pursuit is the right word. A man pursues his purpose and a woman pursues a man in that purpose. So when you offer her a choice that's a valid choice, she will find passion in the purpose and identity you share with her and she will want to pursue it, which means to work towards it and build in a healthy way. That is the goal. That is what this looks like. Nobody should be chasing anybody. A dude will be in simp mode, constantly trying to earn her validation and approval by doing stuff for her. A girl will be putting herself in compromising situations, sending nudes. Todd, what do you think it looks like for a woman to pursue a man? She's not texting him 1,000 times a day. She's not trying to track him on Life 360, popping out the bushes, throwing potatoes at him. How is it pursuing versus chasing? If you say she offers him a sandwich, I will throw you off the cliffs of Mordor into the fires of Mount Doom.
So you in a nice restaurant, right? You eating by yourself.
Solitary sufficiency.
Yeah. The waitress come up. And she's like, oh, how you doing? Ooh, you smell nice. What do you got? That's showing interest. Therefore, she's giving you an opening. She is pursuing.
When she sees a good dude, making herself just a teensy bit available.
Yeah.
Maybe a girl will offer a guy her phone number. That's not out of the way. That's, again, showing interest.
Pursuit is showing interest without sacrificing any of yourself.
You're not giving up anything. Remember back to what we said, no dreams, desires, who you are. That's your frame. That's your self-control. I love the movie The Gorge. We ain't got to talk about this yet.
Goodness,
The
I love
Gorge
that
is one of the
movie.
best movies ever because it highlights so many of the dynamics we've been talking
Really
about all
does.
along. It's a great movie. In that movie, she does one key thing, and this is exactly what we're talking about, a woman pursuing versus chasing. She gets his attention. She shoots a gun in the air and she starts writing on a notepad to communicate with him. And that's one of the things I love about that movie is they build the foundation of communication with notepads. They're literally observing body language and attitude. That just shows you how critical it is being in person and being able to see each other. You communicate so much more than something digital. But she got his attention. So maybe, like Oni said, hey, I really like that cologne you're wearing. Like
Maybe
Todd,
don't shoot at him.
yeah, don't shoot at him. Or like Todd said, maybe she brings you a sandwich. But the
Hold on,
point...
whoa, don't listen to Todd because your waitress might bring you a sandwich and she might not be into you. I was like, oh, the lady in Subway gave me a sandwich. Todd's over here going sports earth.
A solid chick is not afraid to get a dude's attention. And now here's the other side of that coin. If you see a guy and you think he's a solid dude, you got to trust his judgment. He might have already been sizing you up because the first thing I do is I sit back. I might check her out for months. I observe. I see how she interacts with other people. I see how many dudes she's flirting with before I ever even consider talking to her. But if you get his attention, then trust his judgment. He is a responsible, quality man. And if he doesn't show interest, it doesn't mean you're not good enough. It has nothing to do with your integrity. It doesn't mean you're not a good woman. It means he's being responsible and he's protecting your integrity and he's keeping it in a healthy community context. And that's the goal for everybody.
If he's not showing interest, there are several tips and tricks. I will be releasing a book on this. It is a cookbook.
I'm calling Martha Stewart on you right now. Yeah, you had me in the first half, fam.
They made movies like that called He's Just Not That Into You. I'm just saying.
All right, so with this concept in mind, I want you guys to think about how unnecessary dating is in the terms we think of it. Todd, what do you think the whole point of dating is?
Free sandwiches.
Free sandwiches? Well, is she buying you sandwiches or?
I'm the
Okay.
prize.
He gets a sandwich because he's the prize. Woo, what a winner. Oni, what do you think? Like, what's the whole point of dating?
Wonton soup.
Say my name.
Creepy.
What are you doing with the soup? The whole point of dating is to spend quality time together, to get to know each other. And what, Todd?
I want to figure out if you fit my purpose or not.
And your identity goes along with that.
Muddy buddies.
First off, I call it court.
The whole purpose of courting is to figure out whether or not they fit your purpose.
More like what Todd and Oni just brought up. It's more of a courting thing where you're spending time in a community context, in a group setting. You're seeing each other at workplaces or out in public at the corner store, the grocery store, whatever. You're getting to know each other how? Through quality engagement and sharing your nurturing nature. And in the process, you put your covenant capacity on display. Honestly, ladies, that's the number one way to get a dude's attention. You don't got to shoot a gun in the air. You don't got to throw potatoes at him. If you are being a solid chick, you're going to get a good dude's attention because a man finds a wife. 100%. He don't make a wife. He don't get with you and then you become a wife. He don't turn you into a wife. We hear a lot of mainstream like, oh, when I find a great man, I'll be this great feminine woman. If you're not that to begin with,
Nobody wants that, bro.
you're gonna miss the buzz. You're gonna miss the buzz.
I would challenge you to a duel. Sword fighting.
Right, it literally is.
Sword fight. Who are you sword fighting?
In the middle of single combat.
Hunter,
He
you a
wasn't
battle?
kidding. He really was fighting that tent chick.
Send the rabbit.
It may take me 8 months to scope you out, but if you're a quality chick and I set my sight on you, it's gonna happen.
What are you selling pencils at Hobby Lobby? Why are you saying it like that, bro?
It did sound pretty
You
bad.
said the
All right, all
same
right.
thing.
I did not say that. You said it's gonna happen. I'm gonna stalk you and I'm gonna climb out of your trunk and put you in a bag. It went full creeper mode pretty quick, bro.
Are you judging me?
It sounds like a lot of judging is going on. But I want you to think of it as an invitation. If a guy sees a chick and he thinks she fits his future, he extends an invitation and gives her the opportunity to see if his future fits her. And if it does, that's when you work on building something long term. And if not, it's okay. Just move along. Respect each other's integrity. Respect each other in a community context. Keep it healthy. Let's just recap super fast. We're going to give Todd a cap and it's going to have a big sandwich on it. And that way, every time he wants a sandwich, he can just look in the mirror and he can say, I'm a sandwich. That way he never feels left out. So to bring it full circle from purpose to identity, a man pursues his purpose. He finds who he is in that. A woman works on being a mature chick and developing her nurturing nature. She finds an established guy. He's got great quality engagement. They got it going on. They're out in public. She gets his attention a little. And the best way to do that is by being a great chick. You don't even have to do anything. He's going to see you. And when he sees potential there, he will extend an invitation. Be available just a tiny bit. See if what he has going on fits you, ladies. And remember, we'll get into the needs of a woman later. The number one thing you could provide a woman, a healthy choice.
God wills.
Look, I know this has been a lot on identity, guys. Honestly, the most critical thing everybody's dealing with right now is trying to figure out who they are. And everything in society, especially if you're a young person, is trying to confuse you.
You got a transmission.
Yeah.
And your co-hosts are trying to tell you got a transmission.
I didn't tell you nothing. You said something that got knocked out of gear, 7 Hail Marys. That's all I know. I don't know. There's nothing more critical than identity. Identity is the cornerstone of everything. And if you don't know what's going on with your purpose, you're not going to find that. And the reason we spent so much time on it is because we wanted you to see how foundational identity is at the core of a healthy romantic relationship. And remember, all things, all fulfillment comes from that healthy relationship between a man and a woman, united in purpose and identity. And we'll get into union deeper down the road.
There is something more critical than identity. Money buddies. And it's so good.
Stop looking at me like that. I don't know what the heck that was. He just looked at me so weird, bro. He was like, wonton soup. Say my name. He said that with his eyes right now, bro. I feel so icky. We love you, swans. You guys are incredible. And remember, you're not an ugly duckling. You're a beautiful, beautiful swan. So be that. Don't let the world tell you different.
I don't know. I'll keep sipping my haterade.
Look, this is going to wrap up the first half of the season. We got another great half coming, guys. Make sure you stay tuned. We're going to get into pride and emotions next. We got the attributes of a wife. We got the needs of a woman. Some of these other things coming up. We're going to get as far as we're going to get, but we had a lot this episode. We wanted to make sure we got everything together in its fullness, and we want Oni to be excited about Swan Tales.
Don't tell them we're not doing one this episode.
What better snack is there to eat while you listen to Swan Tales than Muddy Buddies? I mean, hey, we should get a brand for them or something. Like, is that a thing?
I'll tell you what.
Call me Muddy Buddies. We do a deal.
I'll tell you about.
We'll get Oni to endorse it.
Lou-hoo.
What you got going on? Are we back to your vessel exploding?
And as much as I love story time, we're going to have to stay tuned till next time for Swan Tales.
Roar!
That's ogre for everything.
That's ogre for everything.
They just scream.
Oh, I hate missing out on Swan Tales. Tell them bye, Oni. Wish them well.
Oh, wow. Bye-bye.
You gonna tell them bye, Todd?
No.
I can't with you two. Both of y'all. We love you, swans. Have such an amazing day. Stay tuned next time. We're going to dive into pride. It's so wonderful. Tune in. We love you.